very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. This defense for the Jets, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 22, Cousins swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards short of midfield. 23 yards the pick up there.
And it turned into a just going to play right there. He walked his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Vikings have 3 and 8 on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Right, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action now, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Fourth down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Hall to start the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On play action, they'll throw. And he goes out right around the 39. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw here. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Vikings will take over here. 14
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished without turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. To throw is Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Down right around the 25.
When you go from second to 4 to third and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And good plays made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. First and goal, New York.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. And sometimes the pressure on the team with the same edge because they're trying to increase it. Let's see if this one continues.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's got some space here.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Madison getting it again on second.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage. And just like that, we're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On play action, Cousins. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. A handoff for Hall. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Hall again on second down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Hall. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Back to the ground with Hall. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, right back to Hall.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 20. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position we wanted to be in. Coming here to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw, and he'll find Hall. And at the 42-yard line here, brought down there. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. There's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Dalvin Cook on the carry. A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. This one brought in by Jefferson. How about them biting up 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give to Madison. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he's got room. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And you know, halftime, we not discussed it. They did a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ball again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gun check time on both sides.
They'll run with Hall.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Hall again.
And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14.
Jets 17. Vikings 14. Right to the line, they kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Boy, 196 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done. Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tanner Muse with it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll give to Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one into the end zone. So, the final minute, things get a long time. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Hall again.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hall want to give up the middle.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
So it's a victory
victory here for the New York Jets. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.